To find your dreams come true. What's going on, family? What's going on? How we feeling? We swarming or no? Let me know what you guys are feeling. Won't jump into the meat of this episode until we got quite a few people in here. What's going up, Pawn Shop 84? Apologies for my dog. Oh, you singing? Yeah, we're singing, man. We're having a good day. We're having a good day. What's going on, Frank? I might have to open the door and let my dog come in. Daniel Berry, what's going on? Yep. Houston Texans training camp tomorrow. I thought the players were going to report today, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened. Forever Royal, forever C Royal. What's going on? We're here. We're just going to be chatting. We're just going to be having some fun and getting ready for tomorrow. I love training camp. Training camp has to be one of my favorite times of the year because you get to see who really is a diehard Houston Texan fan. Now, of course, everyone's gonna call themselves a diehard, and for sure, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But if I see you at a Houston Texans training camp, if I see you enduring that sun, if I see you enduring that hot Texas sun, you're a swarmer. Well, sometimes it might rain on you like it did last year. Absolutely horrible. 22 people in. What Jerome said, great news, bro. Great news. What kind of dog? I got a Pyrenees lab. He's a big boy. His name's Odie. Doesn't listen whatsoever. However, I love him to death like he's my very own. Just bought hella Texans gear for the game room. You gotta send me an invite. Mustard Dapper. What kind of profile picture is that, dude? You're gonna have to send me how it looks. What's going on, Panda? Panda's in the Discord. If you guys want to be in the Discord, let me know in the comments down below. That's what was the topic of today's show. I was reacting from the hot takes from the Discord. Panda said that a hot take would be Xavier Hutchinson being cut, then making the roster. I think that's what Panda said. Let me know if I'm wrong, Panda, down below. But let me know, guys. Let me know what are some of the things that you guys are looking at for Houston Texans training camp. I might add some people in this stream. I don't know. Don't know who could pop up. Anyone could pop up in this stream. I think one thing that I am looking forward to tomorrow. What's going on, Rolo? Shout out to Rolo. He's a swarmer. The Houston Texans guys, they dropped a video about 49 minutes ago. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that. It's Frank Ross being mic'd up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I said Hutch being cut would be a hot take. Yeah. I just don't know how a lot of people feel on John Mechie, Panda. We're swarming. Yeah, we are swarming, Fred. Fred from the Discord also. Rolo is from the Discord also. If you guys are in the Discord, just put Discord gang for me. All right. We got the Houston Texans. Frank Ross brings the energy. Texans OTAs mic'd up. This is going to hype us up right before training camp tomorrow. Let's see how it goes.
Field goal! Field goal! Cross field here, big guys. One, field goal, up. Ball's up there, here we go. Next spot, here we go, back it up. Very good. Great rise, that's striped. Next in. Great job. Nice, Tommy. Tackling. Nice, oh yeah, that's it right there, Aziz. That's it, 0. We got him. That's it, nice. Way to get pad square and split 2. Really good. Oh, we got him. Nice. Oh yeah, good punch, KC. Squeeze him. Nice, there's the patented Dare head nod. Big boys. Squeeze. Good work. Nice set, dude, striped. Awesome, good work. All right, great field goal set, dude. I was so happy.
It's continuing I love it. I need to get it on film.
Look at you addicted. That's like once a summer I hit a fairway. KOR! Kick return! We're good.
What's going on, H-Town Red? What's going on, Third Coast Live Podcast?
We're good. Let's hit it. Oh, yes. That's it, Stove. We're good. We got to roll. God, that's it. You got to be from there to here, and it's probably going to be one of those. Hey, that's my best player's block. I'm putting you at the point. Let's go. Let's do that. Ready. Play fast. Good. Yes. Nice job. Good look, pretty good look. You think you might have got him?
Yeah, I think I would have ran by.
Okay, gotcha. Good work. Here we go. Yes, you're here because you got to get who? To that way.
Yeah.
And then you got to hum, so give yourself depth to go get the 2. Oh yeah, Neiman, way to run it. Yeah, here we go. Vertical. Good, Dare. Vertical. Nice, Nick. Oh, that's it. Drop him. Hats, drop him. Where you're at. Hats, drop him. I'm renting space in all your heads. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Ready for this hurricane field goal? Oh, you weren't in the team meeting?
No.
Yeah, we
Get one today?
Yeah, in the team meeting we did the whole hurricane.
That's why the kicking net's in here.
Yes. Hurricane!
Who is that guy? What do you mean, did we have a meeting today? Are you not swarming, buddy? Hold up. Did I hear that right? Is this dude swarming or not?
We did the whole hurricane. You weren't in the team meeting?
No.
Yeah, we
Get one today?
We had one today. Who is this guy? We're trying to get to places where we've never gone before. An AFC championship, a Lombardi trophy, and we're asking whether or not we had a meeting today. I don't care if it's special teams. Special teams has won and lost the Houston Texans games the previous 2 seasons, right or wrong. Who is this guy? Did we have a meeting today?
Yeah, in the team meeting we did the whole hurricane.
That's why the kicking net's in here.
Yes.
He said, oh, that's why the kicking's in here. No shit, Sherlock. What do you think?
Hurricane, field goal. Hurricane, field goal, straight off. Hurricane, field goal. Get going. Attaboy, Amy. Good discipline. Nice job, kid. Nice job. Tommy, great job. Amy, way to nail it. Nice job, kid. We're going to 5 and below. We're buying scuba gear, and we're submerging for 30 minutes in the ice tubs. I love the way this group works. You as well as I know, it's gonna the games are gonna come down to your foot. You got us on a breakdown.
AD said Dare's making the roster. I kind of do feel that way after what he said in the intro. AD, if you want to come on, bro, just text me and I'll go ahead and send you the link. But I like D'Amico right here looking at Kaimi Fairbairn K. Hold on, one more time. One more just to make sure the beers ain't getting to me. The gas hasn't hit yet. Did he tell our special teams coach that I didn't know we have a meeting today? Am I reading too much into this chat? I definitely am. This might be the best special teams coach in the NFL besides Frank Ross. But one more time,
Yeah, in the team meeting, we did the whole hurricane.
That's why the kicking net's in here.
Yes.
Oh, that's why the kicking that's in here.
Hurricane, hurricane, field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal, hurricane, field goal, straight off, hurricane, field goal. Get going, get going.
We got D'Amico. D'Amico looks just as nervous as he does in the game with Kaimi Fairbairn kicking.
Attaboy, Amy. Good discipline. Nice job, kid.
That Cam Robinson, Ariante Ursery.
Nice job, Tommy. Great job, Amy, winning it.
Damn, who the hell is 75? I don't think that's football shape, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not one to talk, but
Discipline. Nice job, kid.
this is a camp body, right? Like, this is a camp body. There's no way that's an offensive lineman.
Nice job, Tommy. Great job, Amy, winning it. Nice job, kid. We're going to 5 and below. We're buying scuba gear.
Okay. So there's one more interview that I wanted to show you guys, and it was exactly right here. Tim Settle Jr. having a conversation with Mark Vandermeer and John Harris. Now, the Texans have been doing this with quite a bit of players recently. If you see towards the right, you see the feed that that I'm watching. I'm a big Marvel guy. Obviously, I love my Astros, love WWE. But this right here, Jake Andrews, that's one of the reasons why I kind of came to the conclusion. That was Laken Tomlinson, AD? That was 75? Oh, my God. My fault, Laken Tomlinson. It's just like, God, maybe the camera didn't do him justice. I'll blame the camera for that, but am I wrong for saying it? Like I'm sorry. Never mind. Let's go ahead and react to the Tim Settle Jr. interview with Mark Vandermeer. Don't say that, AD. Mark Vandermeer and John Harris.
Back to do more damage in 2025. It's Tim Settle. Tim, welcome back. It's
Thank
great
y'all
to
for
see
having
you.
me.
All right. It's wonderful to see you. So, off-season, OTAs, off-season practices, how's it all going for you heading into year 2 with the Texans?
Everything's good. But the biggest thing I see with us is attendance. We got a lot of guys here. And with me, I've been in the league for a while, so that shows that everybody's locked in. Everybody, right. I feel like last year, I feel like we could take a step from there. And I feel like everybody sees that, and everybody wants to take that step, and not individually, but as a team.
Tim, what year is this? 8?
This is year 8.
So that first part, you said attendance, right? Which is why I let John Harris ask that question. 8. This is year 8 for Tim Settle, and he says that I don't want to say this is the most packed he's seen for a training camp, but I think that does matter. Is how many people or how many players are swarming, how many people show up for training camp, and you want a 100% participation. Nowadays, anyone who's not at training camp, it feels like a negative, right? They're either holding out, they're unhappy about something, but the fact that everyone's there, everyone's swarming, I really do like that.
Year 8.
Dang.
How is Tim Settle year 8 different than Tim Settle as a rookie? What's the biggest thing? Because I know there's probably a few things, but what's the biggest thing probably?
I feel like your wants turn into standards. Right. So I feel like you every year you guys have their goals. I don't have no goals this year. My goals is to be one as my team. Be there for my team, and any way my team needs me. I don't the stats is just gonna come with it. So anything I could be with my team is if it's going to be a leader, another leader, be more vocal, anywhere I can help out. I'm getting my body right. This is my goal. This is priority things. I just want to be the best person I can be for my team. I feel like that's what's going to make us a better unit as all.
Watching the D-line in off-season practices, I feel like
you don't
get to tackle
there,
anybody. You don't get to destroy anybody up front. You guys are just
that right there, boys. When he was talking about stats not mattering to me, that sounds like someone who has a sense of comfortableness in his spot. And as I say that, I want to bring in one of my brothers. He is the sole proprietor of the H-Town Rundown podcast. He is also going to be dropping content with me on the Roundtable Network. That's going to start pretty soon. AD, he's been with me at every watch party. I mean, everything that goes on. My boy AD's there. What's going on, handsome?
Nothing much, brother. Nothing much. I saw Panda in that talking about a cutie. I'm talking about you talking about me.
Dude, like, was I wrong to look at Lake and Tomlinson like that?
Hey, he looked like Sloppy Joe.
It didn't look like Ariante Ursery,
But you got I get his Ariante Ursery was just got off of training for the combine. So
I was just like, oh my God. Rolo, he said AD. Yes, AD. Big part of Houston Texans social medias. Real quick, like before we get into the medias, AD, let them know where they can find you and all your latest work.
Find me right at the H-Town Rundown, man. At H-Town Rundown on Twitter. At H-Town Rundown Podcast on YouTube. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You name it. We have also got a website, htownrundown.org. So
website.
Yeah, we got a website too. Got articles up and everything.
Okay. I was like, people still do websites?
Yeah.
I love that. Well, how excited are you for training camp, AD?
Oh, I'm turned.
I think for guys like me and you, and I'm talking about content creators here, this is where I kind of like our season really does start, where everything is breaking news for this team.
Yes, sir. It's been a long time because I'm looking at it now. You talking about since what, May? Since it's been like real content,
and not like just speculation of what they could be.
So I mean, like, hey, I'm excited, man. I've been trying to hold water for the longest. It's time to turn up now.
No, she said AD, you were the cutie. That's what Fanny said. But guys, before we get into any further, I have a special announcement. This season, me and the boys will only be drinking from Platypus Brewing. You will not see anything in my hand other than a Platypus Brewing beer. This is their new one. Their Gold Coast AD. I'm excited for you to meet them. I'm excited for us to go host some watch parties. Let's crack this open. Let's give this a pour. Platypus Brewing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I could shotgun an IPA, AD. What about you?
No.
All right, we got the 45-degree angle. We got the clean glass, no
like commercial.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful, beautiful alcoholic beverage. Alcohol percentage 8%.
Okay.
8%. Great food, great brunch spot. AD, they want us to host not one, not two, not three, but 4, 5, 6 Houston Texan watch parties there.
Okay.
they love us. We love them. Before we jump into it, let's get, this is a raw reaction. So if it's ass, you're gonna right. Let's go. We are drinking the Gold Coast Brew India Pale Ale from Platypus Brewing. I'll give it an 8.3.
Okay.
I'll give it an 8.3. I can't wait to drink some more. AD, I thought the players reported today.
They report, but they're not touching grass till tomorrow.
I understand that. But even during OTAs and mini camp, walking in the building was just something that they would post. Look, they're going to go incognito until tomorrow. Absolutely. But What is your favorite part about training camp? Now, hold on, Brandon. No, I'm sorry. Mustard Dapper is not Pacifico time. It's Platypus Brewing time. Talk to me, AD.
First things first, I think when it comes to today, I think is when they do all the physicals. Um,
All right, Brandon. All right, Brandon.
Shout out to Brandon, man. I sent him
That's
some tickets, man.
swarming. Go ahead,
But
AD.
yeah, I think it's for shit, he made me lose my train of thought. I think
Yeah.
it's for I think it's for the freaking physicals
Okay.
to get those out the way so that they can practice and all that stuff. Like make sure they don't have to put anybody on pup or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
What is the earliest you showed up for a training camp?
like 6.
Mm.
Look, and I'm old, so you know. I'm not. I can't. Get my body up unless I'm already up.
Yeah.
I can't make it at 3, 4 in the morning because I already know. I feel like somebody gonna be camped out at midnight.
I think I might get there around 3:40, 4 o'clock in the morning, like I always do. Every single year, AD, I say the same thing I always say. I don't know how much of these I got left in me, but then I'm here every single year, which is why, like I said in the introduction, everyone's a diehard fan, right? You ask someone diehard. Okay. You go to Texans training camp. You're in that sun. You're in that rain. You're in that line. You're a swarmer. We got the Titan Upload Network. Tighten up, buddy. I still think Texans win the South this year. Shout out to my roundtable brother, Titan Upload Network. He's giving us their respect. We'll give him some respect back. Look, I'm excited for Cam Ward. I'm excited, AD, for what he could potentially become. I'm gonna wish him good luck, but not the best of luck because this is still a division run by the Houston Texans. But it would not surprise me if the Titans are fighting for second place in the AFC South.
I mean, what's second place in the AFC South? 6 wins.
All right. See, I'm trying to give them some love. You want to go ahead and throw some stabs, which is why I love the Roundtable Network, AD, which is why UCF Jaguar is so famous here in Houston. He's so famous here in Houston, AD. He doesn't want to step foot inside of Houston because he's worried about what could have potentially happened. But one thing about training camp, AD, that I'm looking forward to, obviously, is the offensive line. Now, I don't know about you, but normally when we have conversations about performances of players, what's one thing we always say at the end? Oh, it's just training camp.
Right.
It's just training camp. I think with the offensive line, not I think, but I know I'm going to be the one that's going to take everything at face value because that's what I didn't do last year when I was there. I was saying, oh, it was raining. Oh, it's year 2. You got new weapons. No, the offensive line was horrible at training camp. They let us know on radio, Landry Locke, they let us know as early as day 2 that the offensive line was getting absolutely wrecked out there. I think for this year, man, I think we have to keep the same energy because of what we saw last year with CJ Stroud, the second most sacked quarterback in the NFL. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you got to let them surprise you. You got to go in with the very, very low expectations and let them build it up from that. Honestly, it's certain things that I'm looking for. I'm going to be real with you. I know there's going to be a majority of times that they get an ass whooped. So, you got Daniil Hunter, Will Anderson, Danico Archery. What's his name? The trailer. Is it Taylor or Trailer? The guy we got from the Bears.
Darrell Taylor.
You have those 4 in rotation. Yeah, they're going to give the tackles hell. Now, it all depends on what tackles we see. Of course, we're going to see Cam Robinson. Of course, we're going to see, Blake Fisher, Ursery. Are we going to see Trent Brown? Is that a player we're going to see? And if that is, could he potentially make a run for a starting position as a veteran?
I think with Trent Brown, he's more of that veteran that just doesn't play. That's just on the sideline and is that vet in the locker room like Case Keenum has been the previous 2 years.
But Case Keenum did have to play and did get us.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he did have to play, and if we have to ask Trent Brown to step in and play, I have no doubt. Well, I mean, I will have some doubts to be honest with you because he's 6'8", he's a behemoth of a man, but he's been banged up the last couple of years. He's not the Pro Bowler he was 5 years ago. So it's like, and I'm bringing this argument to Jake Andrews because Jake Andrews AD. I've been arguing with people. I think he's a starting center right now on paper because OTAs he's thrown out there, mandatory mini camp he's thrown out there, these Houston Texan conversations on YouTube. Jake Andrews has an episode, and I'm like that all adds into it in my opinion. So I'm like, if Jake Andrews is out there and he's getting his ass beat by Danico Autry and Tim Settle Jr., then man, we got to worry about a new center. And then you start asking the conversation, well, what the hell were we doing during OTAs and minicamp?
So I have a lot of faith in Andrews. Probably more than a lot of people.
Too, after hearing he was a wrestler.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was like the icing or cherry on top.
Yeah.
But for me, just going back, I watch film, so watching him, he was New England's best offensive lineman. I know that's not saying much from a bad New England offensive line, but he was their best offensive lineman. And the only reason why he got let go, because he got cut and released because they didn't want to pay him. So the Texans picked him up on waivers. He's technically on a 1-year contract. He's on a prove-it deal, just like Cam Robinson's on a prove-it deal. And he was damn good. Like, he got injured early on. I think his first year he got injured, and he played last year and played well. Played center guard, but I think he'll be better than what Patterson and Juice brings to you right now.
But isn't that sad, though, AD, that Juice Scruggs was a second-round pick a couple of years ago, traded up for Jared Patterson, a late-round pick? Maybe Nick Caserio was only good at drafting wide receivers. And
no, you can't say that, John Mitchell.
Nico Collins?
Xavier Hutchinson.
Okay. Fair. Tank Dell, but hey, injury. Yeah. We'll have it there. We're 2-2. But offensive line, I've been saying it. He's taking L's. Kenyon Green. If Jake Andrews start, you could officially call Juice Scruggs a bust. You could. Well, I wouldn't call Jared Patterson that big because he's late round pick, but you need one of these just random ass positions to hit AD. And if it's center, a position that you haven't had secured since really Chris Myers, this would be magnificent.
Yeah. Ben Jones too.
Ben Jones was after Chris Myers, but then his stupid ass went to Tennessee.
They let him go to Tennessee. Bill O'Brien let him go to Tennessee.
I wanted to come here because they said they needed me to be a leader. All right, brother.
Let me say this.
Talk to me.
When it comes to the offensive line, I think that's what a lot of teams need to start employing. I think the Texans are setting themselves up for that, is letting your players develop on the sideline. Offensive line is I think the only group where you grow and get better as a player by just sitting back and watching. Because at the end of the day, everybody in the NFL is physical enough to play the position. If you weren't, you wouldn't be in the NFL. I just think that offensive linemen need time to sit back and look at stuff, practice reps, all that stuff to get adjusted. And then, preseason games, all that stuff to get adjusted. I think Blake Fisher shouldn't have touched the field last year. And I think
dude, we had CJ.
Well, I know.
Okay, yeah. I got you. In a perfect world, he don't play.
Kenyon Green wasn't as if Laramie Tunsil doesn't get hurt, we don't see him at all. Same thing with Ursery. Everybody's clamoring. I want to see Ursery. Ursery needs to start. No, Ursery needs to sit down because just like you're saying, Juice Scruggs is a bust. If freaking Trent Brown or whatever starts over Blake Fisher, you're gonna have people saying Blake Fisher's a bust. And then if that's the case, and let's say something happens, you put Ursula out there and he gets the Kenyon Green effect, where he goes against star defensive end after star defensive end and gets abused. Now he's the next Kenyon Green.
Yeah, he went through what? DeForest Buckner, De'Aaron Payne, and then
he went through Buckner, Payne. What's the guy from the Giants?
Dexter Lawrence.
And
he had to go through the Eagles.
Hargrave, and he went through. It was one more. He went through too. Damn, it was like 5 or 6 of them. It was
he went through a string of
he
went through a string of defensive tackles that were just crazy, but
all pro. Oh, Jeffrey Simmons. Simmons wasn't. He went through all 6 of those twice. He went through all 6 of those in like a 7 or 8 game span. And you're sitting up here and you wondering why his confidence. Biggest thing with Kenyon Green was always confidence. He doesn't have the confidence and he doesn't have the mental whatever. Dude, let me paint the picture for people because I'm a
don't now listen. Don't be too aggressive. His dad listens. His dad will DM you. Shout out to Henry Green.
But look, I'm a supporter. I'm a Kenyon Green supporter, and this is a defense of Kenyon Green. Imagine you being the greatest at what you're doing your whole life. Kenyon Green was the best in Little League. Kenyon Green was the best in middle school. Kenyon Green was the best in high school. He was like I think to this day, the only offensive line to ever win state of Texas for all, player.
He was also considered the best run blocking guard in the class.
And when he got to A&M, all SEC, all 3 years. He was a preseason SEC as a freshman, all SEC every other year he was there. One of the best linemen. It was a toss-up between him and the guy that went to the Chargers.
Joe Ott?
No. Joe Ott was after.
Slater?
No, the guard. What's his name? What's his name? Damn it.
It's
he
not
played at Boston College.
It's not Will Clapp, right?
No.
Zion Johnson.
It was a toss-up.
I got his rookie card signed, baby. Speaking of that, did you hear about the scandal a couple of weeks ago or last week?
What's that?
If you have a card that has been signed by an athlete, it probably has not been signed by an athlete.
Oh, wow.
This is a multi-million-dollar scandal. The dude ended up, now I'm not gonna go into it, but it was a whole crazy scandal about sports cards. So make sure you guys are, making sure everything you get. Dude,
I know who signed this one.
I got a Brock Purdy rookie card that I'm sitting on.
Hey, this is real. This is real. You know who this is?
Who's that? Look at it. Is that JJ Watt?
No, that's CJ.
That's CJ Stroud?
Yeah, CJ Stroud.
I love it. I love CJ. Shout out to his mom too, Miss Kimberly Stroud, when she first
this is the best autograph.
Who's that?
I got it the camera backwards, but you see the heart at the bottom? It's Hannah.
I love Hannah. People think me and Hannah don't have a connection.
Oh man, it's there.
I keep on telling them it's there. They don't believe me.
Pose this for the pictures, y'all.
She does. I try to catch myself. But I fucking love you, AD. Boys, we are here one day before training camp. 101 people in the live stream. We got AD from the H-Town Rundown here. I texted Harley to see what he was doing. Hasn't responded. But
Harley has something like eating coochie, man.
Right. He's probably in there. What are your thoughts on Christian Harris, brother?
The biggest what if?
You think
he's bigger than the offensive line.
I don't think he's LB3.
If he's healthy, he's next to Aziz.
Fair. I just don't know, bro. Because I think you, me, and Harley were there during that training camp. He got hurt, walked off. First play, walked off, came back for 4 or 5 plays. Then we didn't see him again until Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know, bro. Like, even if he is 100%, wouldn't you want to be cautious with this?
It's been. I look at it like this. He played probably about 50 snaps the whole season, even when he played in Miami. Between Miami, the rest of the season, he probably played 50 total snaps. He missed a full season worth of games. He missed 17 plus weeks.
Brandon said, "Didn't Hannah throw you a shirt last game?" Yes, she did.
Yep.
Yes, she did. I think she walked over with the. Yes, she did.
Yeah. Oh, you had to
Keep
win.
on, yeah, keep on, AD.
No, but yeah, I would go and put him out there to see what he does, but I wouldn't, like you're saying, being cautious. I would be cautious of a sense that I would hold him off until the first preseason game. Like the first few weeks of training camp, take it easy, do what you do, be in the meetings, be present. But as far as like activity and all that, I wouldn't ramp it up until we get right before the first preseason game.
Dude, I wouldn't ramp it up till week 5. Like,
No, because if that's the case, then you might as well put him on pup.
well, that's my thing. Put him on pup. Let him be as healthy as he can get, because the hardest part of the schedule is not so after, week 4. Because then you got Baltimore, then you got Seattle after the bye. I just think how we feel about Christian Harris is, when healthy, he could be the best player on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And you just can't risk that in the first 4 weeks of the season.
Right.
That's my whole point. Like, I
love.
Go ahead.
But you brought in enough reinforcements. You brought in the EJ Speed. You brought in all of these nickel corners, so if need be, you can slide freaking Jalen Petrie in there.
Yeah, you can.
You still have Henry To'oTo'o.
You do.
So I mean,
what if he takes a jump in year 3? Because the jump from year 1 to year 2 was like, all right, you're a starting linebacker.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Henry Noah.
But and look, his girlfriend was watching.
Hey, listen, shout out to his
Shout out to wife.
Shout out to his wife, Henry To'oTo'o. Got married just a couple of days ago. Shout out to him and his wife, Cheyenne.
Mm-hmm.
So wish you guys the very best. Wish you guys to eternity. If Henry To'oTo'o takes another jump to year 3, I mean, we're talking about a borderline Pro Bowl linebacker, borderline, because that jump was crazy from 1 to 2.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I also say Christian Harris is another level athlete.
Oh, 100%. I think the same way we talk about Patrick Queen, we could talk about Christian Harris because of the speed that he has. He just has to be there every single week, which is why, dude, man, first month of the season, we don't really need you until Monday night against Seattle.
But then what do you do? How do you incorporate him back in it? Do you just throw him out there again? Like, that's the thing about it.
That's a great question. That's a great question, because if it was me, he been slept on since he was drafted. Yeah. Shout out to Third Coast Sports TV. Henry will make the leap. That's not a question. Okay, but if then Henry makes the leap, then is Christian Harris your linebacker 3? Or is he your linebacker 2, AD? Now these are great problems to have, by the way.
Oh yeah, these are first world problems
to have.
This is like rich white people. Do we take the yacht or do we take the private jet?
That's we got to give them the white people laugh.
So it is again, if Christian Harris is healthy, it's no question Christian Harris is your linebacker too.
Mm-hmm.
And Henry To'oTo'o probably replaces, or they flip-flop or whatever. I think you're going to see a lot of them rotating. I will say that for sure. If Christian Harris is healthy, they're going to be rotating a lot. You may see Henry on first and second down with Christian Harris coming in on third down.
And then EJ Speed. Oh, well, what about I'm saying EJ? What about EJ, bro?
EJ's another one, but I think EJ's more special teams.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
He's a break glass case situation. If Henry Aziz and Christian, two of those three get hurt, he's your break glass situation player. So
I'm feeling good off this one beer, brother.
I see.
Shout out to Platypus Brewing. But
yeah, I gotta give me some.
I'm telling you, bro. They gotta. I said like they want us for 5 watch parties, dude. We're gonna have to have everyone there.
Yeah.
Are you a chicken and waffles guy?
Yeah, I'm black.
They had some. This is why I love it, bro. We're like two different worlds, just like coming together. But they had this it was the first time I ever tried this. It was chicken and waffles, bro. And I'm talking, I was like, there ain't no way this is gonna be good. Man, when that honey from the waffles got on the chicken, I was like, this is the best thing I ever had in my life. They said that shit was blasphemy what AG, what AD just said. All right, man. Let's get into it, dude. What are your expectations for CJ Stroud this training camp? Because this is someone who I think is the guy. This is someone who I think is the franchise. And my only ones that I need to see for him, and I said it on the channel, I just need to see that leadership aspect just be more prevalent to us on the field, because we know when D'Amico's out there. We know when Frank Ross is out there. Hell, there was even a moment last year where it was raining AD and Stephon Diggs was going to each and every single player and saying, we need to step this shit up. I kind of want to see that from CJ Stroud, but I also don't want to because he doesn't have to. I feel like he's the type of player that is a lead by example type of guy. But
he's
I just want to see him. Yeah, I just want to see CJ just be that leader, that sheriff.
Yeah, I think that you're going to get that out of him this year because he's going to have his hands on the offense. Like he's going to be in more control. They're going to give him more responsibility. He was really handcuffed by Bobby Sloyd.
You think so?
I know so.
So what happened from the most surprising offense in the NFL to one of the worst offenses in the NFL, which people don't remember, AD? The Texans in almost half of their games did not score a touchdown in quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah. It's a Bobby Sloyd issue because year one, especially with a new quarterback, new OC, new scheme, new play design, new everything, nobody really has like super good film on you. So you're going to surprise a lot of people and you're going to be really, really good. Year two, they have the film on you. And if your offensive coordinator goes out there and does the same thing over and over again, then you're going to get caught up in the weeds. So, like their coach saying, not being able to change protections, I think the confusion on the offensive line, all that. What you mean? I can't hear you.
I thought he had all that power to change.
No, he did not. He did not. No, Bobby had that. Bobby had that taken away, and I do say the offense was still damn good though. Like when you look at points per game, I understand we had a stretch of games with about the second half, but we scored the points in the first half. I don't know what happened in the second half, but that's again Bobby Sloyd thing. Bobby Sloyd with the elongated route tree. Having CJ, you have a bad offensive line, and I don't think I saw them run a slant, like a quick slant, for like 2 months. And the fact that you got a bad offensive line with no out routes, and you sitting here asking CJ to drop back on a 5-7 step drop for 10, 20-yard route concepts is just dumb. So,
dude, I don't know how many times we were saying call the game like you have the worst offensive line in the NFL, and it's just like, if that really was the problem, then AD, if Bobby Slowick was that much of a problem, then why didn't right before Miami, Kansas City, Baltimore was there a change? Because that was on like a big topic at that moment. Should we change play callers to Gerard Johnson? Now I'm just having fun here, having this type of conversation, but the offense was just that bad last year, man. I just
it was a lot of discussions. I think that D'Amico was nervous on making that change and what the ramifications would be as far as like if the offense took an even further dip and you mess around and you miss the playoffs. And now it's like, okay, now you look bad because you fired Bobby Slowick.
yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, I think it was written in stone that he was gone. You just had to bear through it.
And I feel what Third Coast Sports is saying here, but I mean the conversation was there, AD.
Yeah. Oh, it was like, thought of. It was reported that he would
give it to Gerard
close.
Johnson. If you think he's your potential offensive coordinator for the future, then just go ahead and do it right now. Go ahead and take over. But new offensive coordinator comes in, Nick Caley. We spent 46 minutes talking about the offense, AD, because I have no concerns whatsoever about this defense by D'Amico Ryans. What did you think about CJ Johnson's interview with the Pivot podcast?
I loved it.
I loved it. Yeah, I did too.
It was a little all over the place, but I loved it. Like,
I think it was all over the place because of CJ, and that just shows the type of, because he's still like when he said he was 27, I said, "Oh my God, I'm 27." And freaking you're tasked with being on a football field and changing plays. I'm a manager at a damn smoke shop just serving the fiends, you know, like this is crazy what we're doing here.
Like, so I think that he brings the mentality, dude, that everybody that they brought in, whether it be what's the kid from USC that we drafted? Jalen Smith.
Marks. Oh.
No, I'm talking about on defense. I'm talking about
Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith. And then you're talking about Arthur Marlette that we just signed.
What do you think about him?
He's a
body.
He has a chance to make the roster. I mean,
over Arnett.
I'm not high on Arnett, to be honest with you. I think Arnett is a camp body more than Marlette.
Fair.
And you got to look at it. They want those nasty head hunting, rough around the edges type dudes. So they, I think that's the mentality, and CJ just fits right into it. He's a dog. Honestly, he's a younger, more polished Jimmy Ward, if you want to, be real about it. And
who does Jimmy Ward knock out this training camp?
Himself.
Year 1, he knocked out Dalton Schultz. I think year 2, he got in a fight with the Packers. Oh no, Derek Stingley.
Yeah, last year.
Stingley snuck him.
No. You know what? That's my bad. That was Stingley and Schultz.
Oh,
Stingley and
Schultz snuck Stingley. I'm sorry. Stingley snuck Schultz.
Stingley snuck Schultz. I think Jimmy Ward did get in a fight at the joint practices with somebody.
Dude, I'm tired of Jimmy Ward.
Yeah.
I did not get that contract extension in the off season.
I think they were doing him a solid. I think he's at the end of the day, go ahead and cut him. Let him, and go from there. I think nobody's talked about Jimmy Ward in like the last 2 or 3 months. I think the last time people talked about him was when he got arrested. Other than that, like, Jimmy just don't have it. Like, you've signed too many slot corners, because that's essentially what Jimmy's going to be playing. So you signed too many slot corners for Jimmy to even see the field. So
yeah, no, I just thought he was here for just his mentorship. Other than that, brother, there's nothing else to discuss, man.
Nothing. Like, defenses, to me, I think this is probably even with Christian Harris, this is probably the healthiest this defense coming into training camp has been since
And that's what
got here.
and that's also what Tim Settle said. Like as far as attendance in his 8 years, like we're there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's another guy that I've been calling
You don't
for.
like Tim Settle or what?
No, I love Tim Settle. I called for us to get Tim Settle back when C. Roy was talking about Deron Payne 3 years ago. So,
R.I.P. C. Royal.
rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to C. Royal.
So definitely, I love Tim Settle, man. I think he needs an extension. I think he's going to outplay Fadakowski.
Okay.
And I think he's. If people don't remember, he was on that same line with Deron Payne, with with Jared Allen, not Jared Allen. What's his name? John Allen.
Jared Allen? No, not Jared Allen. That was
No,
the
not
white boy
Jared
from
Allen.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Is it John Allen? I think it's John Allen.
Let me see.
I think it's John Allen. The other is Allen, the D tackle, Deron Payne, and then you had Tim Settle.
Jonathan Allen.
John
Allen.
So you had those three, and then Tim Settle went to Buffalo. And what caught my eye about Tim Settle is his first year in Buffalo. In the preseason, he demolished Quentin Nelson. And I said, that right there, that's the guy I want. When I say he straight mauled him, put him on his back, just, embarrassed him, I was like, I want that guy. I want that guy defensive tackle. I'm like, whenever he comes available, let's get him.
Dude, I love the story about Tim when he said that every sack, because it was a career year for him in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
He said every sack that he got a new watch. Like, dude, like that got me motivated. And then he ended up with 5 sacks on the year. I mean, 5 sacks as a defensive tackle, dude. That's damn good. That's damn good.
Yeah. To me, 5 sacks is like 12 sacks for an edge. For a defensive tackle, especially nose / super interior, 1 tech, 0 tech, 1 tech. Those got the basic 3. Those guys getting those type, that sack number is high. That's high.
125 people on a random Tuesday. We didn't tell anyone we were okay. Nathan, shout out to my guy Nathan. I miss Deshaun Watson, is what he said. AD Nathan, for me, we called him Larry. I used to coach him at the YMCA. He was a 3-point specialist. As you can see, he's he looks like a Larry Bird. Shout out to Nathan, my A&M brother. You know who else I'm going to shout out? Also, one of the best Houston Texan content creators out here from parts unknown. You've seen the motorcycle on the road. It's probably a Harley Dugan at the lead _ Houston. It looks like he doesn't know what the hell I'm saying right now. I don't know if his AirPods are connected, but I'm giving my boy some love because this has been my boy for 12 fucking years. Harley Dugan. What's up, brother? Can you hear us?
What's going on, man?
All right. So now the question.
I can now hear you.
You can't hear?
I was hyping you up. AD,
I
tell
heard
him how
about
much
a motorcycle. And,
oh yeah, you rolling like Undertaker.
Great segue.
That was glazing me, man. Calm
Harley
down,
Dugan at the lead _ Houston, 14,000 subscribers. We're on Bleacher Report. We're on ESPN 97-5. Harley, what's your favorite part about training camp, man?
Oh man. First thing I really like is that we get eyeballs. Like we personally, like the fans personally get the eyeballs on anything that's about to happen. So, what I really, really love is when, like earlier today, there was a funny troll tweet about Tua Tagovailoa throwing a pick 6 on his first training camp, and it was the Jalen Petrie video. And what I love is that video is not from me. It's not from AD. It's not from Ruben. It's not from Aaron Wilson. It's not from Jonathan Alexander. It's some random Twitter account. Shout out to Nay. I believe it's Nay this one or something like that had the tweet of the video. And it's like, that's what I love about training camp is there's going to be random fans that get this video of whatever play that's going to happen, and it's going to blow up. And it's hilarious to me because then all of the national media, local media guys, and us, we have to use it, and we have to give them their credit and give them their props. And so to me, for somebody that, that only has, if anyone has like 200 followers and they get this badass video, I love seeing that, man. I love seeing the little man eat. So shout out to them.
That moment you spoke about, me and you just happened to be there in attendance. While I go take a piss, can you let us know how that moment was? Houston Texans joint training camp practice. It's the first year of the DeMeco Ryans era, and there were, tell me if I'm wrong, Harley, there was a lot of Miami Dolphins fans out there, including, we didn't know at the time, our roundtable brother from the Miami Dolphins, TD. He was there just a couple of rows above us. And we didn't even know until then. How was that moment?
Well, I need to ask TD about that moment. I gotta egg that. I gotta egg that one on him. I love making his life miserable. I love that moment. I love the Miami Dolphins thing. That was a moment where it was amazing because you getting that nice drive that's about to happen. We're talking our shit. Dolphins fans talking a little bit of noise, but we're very loud. As Texans fans, we're very, very loud and very proud of it too. And immediate silence ensues because the Miami Dolphins just gash you to a pass to Tyreek Hill. And it's just like, who's that dumbass?
All right,
man, that wasn't me. Yeah, it gets quiet. It gets real quiet. The fans are quiet. And then you got
you can hear a rat piss on cotton.
Man, yeah. You had them Dolphins fans chirping.
Shit, you could have heard me just piss right now.
They started yapping. Dolphins fans were yapping after that big old play from Tyreek Hill. And then we're kind of like, fuck, man. Typical Houston shit, typical Houston sports fans, we puff the chest out just a bit, and God knows how to bring us back down. So then we were like, all right, we'll see what happens here. And then immediately Tua Tagovailoa doing what he knows best. Tua turning the ball over, right, doing his thing, man. Just Petrie had an amazing camp, amazing camp that year, and he just does what he does best.
Then Harley turned into Bill O'Brien. Fuck motherfucker.
Harley will get your ass beat in the club. For the 140 people in this live stream, Harley is that friend where I'm pussy. That's literally it.
Oh yeah.
I won't do this. I won't do that.
I ain't denying that shit.
What was it against the Rams where he was talking crap to that Los Angeles Rams player Michael Hort, who we later found out was suspended AD from PEDs. Harley was talking crap to him the whole training camp practice when the Rams came into town. There was one point AD where Michael Hoyt turned around, looked at us, pointed at us, and was like, I'm going to fuck you up. And I was like, no, you're going to fuck up him. I didn't. Later, we find out he's on steroids. So, now we understand the crash out. But that was a crazy day.
That was a fun day. I enjoy that moment so much because it's hilarious. I'm glad that he needed me in order to be great. I'm glad he needed that. I'm glad he needed support from me, and I'm glad that I could help his career last a little bit longer. Okay, that's what I hope. I'm so happy that he got signed from the Buffalo Bills. He should be giving me a percentage. That's what he should be doing because what he did in that damn day was because of me. So the offensive line, it might have been bad, but it was my fault as well. All right,
He was pretty ass out.
I have to do my thing as well too. Okay,
Okay.
he's got to know that I am him. All right.
I'm glad you bring that up, Harley, because I told AD that I'm not gonna have this is just training camp conversation when it comes to this offensive line, because that was the conversation that we had last year. Oh, it's just training camp. It's just camp. Once the season comes around, like it'll be better. We heard as early as day 2, these offensive line was trash. So Harley, if someone goes out there and someone's super criticizing this offensive line, are you going to say, okay, yes, absolutely, I agree, or it's just training camp, we'll see how it plays out?
It's to a certain extent this time, because last year there was a lot more hope that everyone was healthy and we thought that, this was going to work out. I mean, we had stats to back it up. And so and little did we know, not just training camp, but week 2 against the Chicago Bears should have been a precursor to what we should have been known for the rest of the season. It was unfortunate that the offensive line basically derailed the entire offense of 2024, as well as some Bobby Slowick and, whatever else comes with that. But this year, if there's some problem with the offensive line, it's kind of tough for me to go, well, yeah, they're just ass. Like, well, I mean, on paper, it ain't great, and they're going up against a top 5 defense in the NFL. They're going up against Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter and the rest of that defensive line, a damn good front 7, a damn good secondary. Like, it is a tall task, and that's where I'm hoping. And there's a lot of hope with the offensive line. I have some belief. I do believe that the coaching is a lot better than it was previous year. That's what I'm going to believe, but if they're performing horribly, it's kind of tough to, egg on them, egg them on, because this defense is very good and the offensive line, at least on paper, we just don't really know what's actually there, so lots of hope, but I'm not going to be like bashing them or anything either.
Yeah.
What do you think, AD?
Like, like I told you before, my expectation, my bar is low, so I'm gonna keep it there. And
okay, well, first, AD, you said your bar is low.
Yeah.
Third Core Sports said, I don't think the line is as bad as people make it out to be. I would say, how can you not, say it's as bad when CJ was the second most sacked quarterback in the league? I feel like we got to be worried about this unit.
So there's a lot of different factors that play into the offensive line. At the end of the day, the offensive line was bad. You can say there were certain players that weren't as bad. Probably Laramie Tunsil, maybe Titus Howard, that weren't bad. But every single other player, the other 3, were bad. Shaq Mason, bad. Turnstile. Kenyon Green, bad. Juice Scruggs, bad. Wherever you put him at, center or guard. Jared Patterson.
Didn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Jared Patterson, bad. And then what's his name? The other Kendrick Green, bad. Like, it didn't matter who you put in. And yes, you can say, oh, CJ held the ball too long. That was by Bobby Slowick's design.
Mm-hmm.
You can say, oh, the communication was bad. Yeah, that was Bobby Slowick. But at the end of the day, the players have to hold some accountability and some responsibility that they were bad. And it's okay. We were a bad offensive line. When I say set the bar low, I want them to surprise me. I don't think you can get worse than what you had last year. I don't.
I mean, it's the second most sacked quarterback in the NFL. How low can you get, AD?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what, have 2 more sacks and be the worst? Okay. Like, I don't think it's going to. You brought in a lot more veterans, and I think they want to go to veteran approach this year. Which is why I know people want to see Ariante Ersery. Don't get your hopes up. Unless there's some major injuries, you're not going to see Ariante Ersery. And if Trent Brown surprises. I know Ruben is against Trent Brown, but if Trent Brown comes in and is a playable tackle at right tackle, which is his natural position, then it's okay if Blake Fisher sits too.
Nah. I
And
would
look,
say he's
as
a bust.
fans,
I would say he's a
people
bust.
want the instant gratification of we drafted this player. I want to see him play.
But he's a second round pick though, AD.
I understand that, but like I said earlier, when it comes to offensive line, they learn more by sitting on the bench than they do actually getting out there to play.
What do you think about that?
Offensive line is more mental than it is physical, and getting physical reps is more mental. Just seeing what you're like, looking and seeing stunts. That's what helps them out. And that's the problem that's why offensive line play has been bad across the league, not just with the Texans, across the league. There's only like 3 good offensive lines in the NFL. Every other team has work to do on offensive line. So it's because you're rushing these guys in, like the Titans with J.C. Latham and Skronowski and all them other players that they've been drafting. You throw them in there and praying to God that they're going to be okay. And then when they're asked, you're like, oh damn, what do? We messed up and we drafted the wrong player. No, it's just they need experience and time. So I think they were the offensive line was put in a bad situation last year, but they also played bad.
What do you think, Harley?
I mean, I think we talked about this already, Ruben. We kind of mentioned like if I don't care who is a starter at right tackle.
I don't care who it is.
I just want the best person there. Like that's just my viewpoint at this point. I don't care if it's Blake Fisher, if it's Ursary, if it's Trent Brown. It don't matter. Whoever they think is the best person for that damn job, then put him there. If it's the rookie, then it's a rookie. If it's a veteran, it's a veteran. I don't care, because I know at the end of the day, if we at least have whatever, the best 5 offensive linemen is going to be out there. And if they're doing their job, I know number 7 is going to follow suit, and he's going to be able to produce and do his thing. Like there is a lot there. So I don't.
Who's your starting offensive line,
like,
Harley?
Say it again.
Who's your starting offensive line?
It's basically what we've seen so far. I would say it's Cam Robinson. Your left guard's Lincoln Tomlinson. To me, your center is still going to be Jake Andrews. Your right guard is Titus Howard. And then your right tackle, I still think it will end up being Blake Fisher.
Yeah.
What do you think, AD?
I'm the same. I think it's, Robinson, Tomlinson, Andrews, Howard, and Fisher. Again, like I said, it all depends on what they think of Blake Fisher. Is he ready? Is he not ready? He wasn't really ready last year. He was up and down, but he was mostly down, just like everybody. And I hate when people want to say book it, he's there, because anything can happen in training camp.
Yeah.
And booking is saying he's like Thurko saying he's definitely starting. Okay. I'm not banking on. Only one I'm banking on is Cam Robinson, Titus Howard.
Really? I would say
that's the only 2 I'm banking on.
Okay, for sure. You, Harley? Like,
I agree. Actually,
starters. Okay,
I agree actually, and I'm in the same mindset. There's no definite starter on this offensive line. There shouldn't be. Besides Titus at the very least. And I'll throw Cam just because we paid him and we threw that money at him. But if I don't give a damn if we got a Seahawks moment where you paid Matt Flynn, but Russell Wilson's the better option and he's a rookie and he comes in and just is a slam dunk. Okay, please be that Arion Ursary. I mean, Jonathan Alexander was on my YouTube channel and mentioned how Ursary looks very, very good, looks a lot more composed as a rookie than what he had thought of, and he's learning a lot from Trent Brown. He had a lot more good to say about Ursary than in comparison to Blake Fisher, which is kind of tough for me, because I do want Fisher to succeed. Yeah, I don't want him to end up being a bust, but I don't care. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't care about no bust right now. If Juice Scruggs is a bust, if Fisher's a bust. I don't care. Put the best person you got on the line and let's get to work.
Yeah.
I don't care, is what Harley said.
I don't
care.
Like, we'll have the conversation about Nick Caserio and, can you draft offensive linemen? You know, everyone's going to have that conversation, but then they're hyped about Ariante Ursery. Well, I thought you just said Nick Caserio couldn't draft offensive linemen if you're hyped about Ariante Ursery. So it don't make a lot of sense. You know, that's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Harley's calling out people that he doesn't want to call out. That's fine. You know, because that's a specific take right there. I would say
Loki, I don't know clue what I'm talking about.
I don't think Nick Caserio. No, because I'm talking about myself.
Look, I do.
I'm talking about myself here because I have also said Nick Caserio can't draft offensive linemen. I mean, AD, we said that right before Harley came on.
Yeah.
I did not know.
and Harley AD has convinced me to be on, Ariante's Ursery side, to potentially battle for right tackle. But like I said, man, or like Harley said, like AD has said, I pretty much like every Houston Texans fan has said, we don't give a damn what round you got picked, how much you're making per year. If you can protect our quarterback AD, because that has been one thing that has plagued the Houston Texans for its entire existence, right? When you look at the all-time most sacked quarterbacks, David Carr's on there twice. Deshaun Watson's on there once. And it felt like we were very close with CJ Stroud. But me and Harley have said this, AD, this Houston Texans team is one offensive line away from a Super Bowl. And I felt like I should have said that during the Matt Schaub era. I definitely feel like it was there. I could definitely say the same for the Watson era. If we had an offensive line, we could potentially do something dangerous. I'm saying that once again for CJ Stroud. His third time the charm. The Houston Texans are one offensive line away from being really dangerous in this league.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that's the missing piece. And we're not even talking about, you don't even have to be really good. You can just be average. We are average offensive line.
That's all I want.
We just an average offensive line away from the Super Bowl.
We ain't asking much, man.
I'm not asking for toasted bread on my sandwich and bacon. Just give me regular ham and cheese. Just regular ham and cheese. I don't need nothing else.
He said we had an amazing offensive line from 28 to 2013. That's false. I get what you're saying, but
and Kenyon Green, let me say this. You can say Kenyon Green is the only buzz right now, but Juice Scruggs is year 3 or 4? Juice Scruggs is on the bus. He's sitting on the bus.
Okay, he's on the bubble.
He's on the bubble. Patterson.
Patterson doesn't
he's
count.
A 6th round pick.
He's a 6th round.
He's on. Nick Caserio's only drafted 5 offensive linemen since he's been a GM. Austin Deculus. I'm just
that's a win in my point. If he's still in the league, that's a win.
But I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, the success rate of offensive linemen, because I would say this: Rick Smith was one of those guys that found offensive linemen in the 6th round, 7th round, and they performed. Derek Newton was a guy. Hell, Julian Davenport was a guy.
Julian Davenport, what a pull!
So
Xavier Suafilo. Let me give you one more.
Gross.
No.
Gross.
We actually could have had a quarterback instead of Xavier Suafilo.
Yeah, we could have had Jimmy, right? Jimmy Garoppolo.
No, we could have had Derek Carr.
It's Derek Carr. Yeah.
It was Derek Carr. Yeah.
Was that Suafilo?
Yeah.
That wasn't Lewis Nick.
That was Suafilo. I don't know.
Remember, it was Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah.
And then we could have had
but they were too scared about that last name.
And I'm like, if you were scared of the last name, you should have drafted Johnny Manziel and then something, or quarterback or whatever, number 1.
Dude, okay. I'm glad that's a great segue because I was watching the Johnny Manziel documentary. I did not know that he fucking lost himself the number 1 overall pick by going to a McNair's charity golf game, donate his money, then by the 5th hole was so effed up, was shirtless and throwing his clubs in the lake. That's when Bob said, I'm not gonna draft this guy. Oh my God. Can you imagine Johnny Manziel in Houston?
No, I don't want to imagine that. I hate it.
I do, because what's crazy, it may have could have worked.
You think so? Hell no.
I don't think so.
After seeing the
I just think
with Shannon
mentally,
Sharp and then seeing the doc, like Hardy said, mentally, I think he was cooked.
So I think what AD is saying, like athletically, you're talking about a mobile quarterback paired up with Kubiak's offense. I think theoretically that makes a lot of sense, and I do agree with that. I just think mentally he just wasn't going to figure it out, you know. And Kubiak's a player's coach, you know. He's not. I mean, yeah, he's going to get upset, obviously, like any coach. But in comparison to any other coach, Kubiak's more of a laid back kind of guy, you know. So that's my only.
What's Kubiak the coach then? That wasn't Kubiak. No, that was Bill O'Brien.
No, that was Bill O'Brien. That would have been worse.
Bill O'Brien, Johnny Manziel.
Bill O'Brien could have been the sobering person that Johnny needed.
Yeah. No.
Hey, hold on. He had Ryan Mallett.
You know what?
Shout out to
we
Ryan
do
Mallett.
needed that because I would have paid some damn money to see Johnny Manziel and Bill O'Brien fight on the sideline.
Billboards in Houston. Bring Johnny football to
you. Lawyer. That damn lawyer paid that shit. I would have paid money, man. Wait,
the content.
Were we on Hard Knocks yet before that?
Content.
No, we would have gotten on.
Been on
AJ Watt.
Fucking Johnny's just blowing a damn line, and you got Bill O'Brien. What are you doing?
My fucking heart.
Teapot going up.
I'm gonna call the plug.
But you know, Johnny did say that being in Cleveland added to him like being the dick that he was too, because Cleveland is trash.
Yeah, for sure.
He said Cleveland is like the worst city that he's ever been to in his life, and
ain't that what Joakim Noah said too?
Like everybody's Cleveland. Like nobody wants to go to Cleveland.
Nobody goes to Cleveland, man. That's why I laugh whenever they beat up whenever they beat us up 2 years ago in the regular season.
Indy's trash. I'm like, bro, what's in it?
Like, them Browns fans talking noise. I'm like, come on, man. It's Cleveland, man. Nobody wants to go to damn Cleveland. The only reason LeBron went to Cleveland because he was born in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't even born in Cleveland. He was born in Akron. The better part.
You know what I mean.
Part of Ohio.
Well,
you know what I mean.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go, Harley, one player tomorrow you're watching that camp.
Christian Harris. I need to see it. That's my guy, man. I wanted it to happen last year. It did not happen. He aggravated it. I thought maybe he could come back and be that late spark for that defense that could really turn it into another atmosphere. That's the guy. You know, D'Amico said he's ready to rock and roll for training camp. We had a good report from Aaron Wilson yesterday talking about Christian Harris being ready for training camp. If that man is ready, the linebacker crew has just improved himself even more. The defense has improved itself even more. And I think somebody that needs more attention is Christian Harris, because when that man is on, he is one of the better athletic linebackers in the NFL. I am excited to see if he can really get it going for our Texans defense.
AD, one player you're watching tomorrow.
Man, Harley took my guy.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm going to say K Stover.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I like that too. I like that.
K Stover has the potential to really take over the tight end position for the Houston Texans and be that go-to guy. You know, I don't even want to talk about 86, but you know, be the guy and take over that role and kind of be the productive tight end that we've been missing for years with the Houston Texans. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how he progresses under Nick Caley and how Nick Caley uses him in his offense as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank everyone who was a part of the stream. We were on air for an hour and 20 minutes, 160 people currently in the live stream right now on a random Tuesday right before training camp. But one thing's for sure, me, Harley, AD, Houston Stretchins, we will be back and giving you the best Houston Texans content up to date. We are excited for what's coming. I definitely feel like me and the boys are going to take over pretty soon. This episode was brought to you and powered by Platypus Brewing. I am sauced. I like these IPAs. I can't wait for more. AD, let them know where they can find you and all your latest work.
Again, you can find me at the H-Town Rundown on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, htownrundown.org, TikTok. You name it, we're there, social media platforms. So yeah, follow the H-Town Rundown.
Harley, where can they find you and all your latest work?
Yeah, right there below me at the lead_HOU anywhere on social media. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers. We're almost at 14K. We're under 70 away from 14K. So if anybody hasn't subscribed, go ahead and do y'all's thing, man. Me, myself, Ruben, AD, Stressins, everybody. We're going to be trying to give you all the latest news, rumors, updates surrounding Texans training camp. So this is when we really start cooking for our YouTube channel. So make sure y'all got the not only subscribe, but hit that bell for the notice to turn on, man. You ain't going to want to miss any part of it.
No, you're not going to want to miss any of the shows these gentlemen drop, but you're also not going to want to miss any of the watch parties that we throw because, well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll announce it right now. For week 1 of the NFL season, Houston Texans versus Los Angeles Rams, me, Harley from the lead, AD from H-Town Rundown, Nick from Houston Texans Sports State of the Union, and many more Houston Texan content creators will be doing a live watch party at the deck on Fountain View. More details will come from that later. But boys, we're doing a lot of big things in the H. We're trying to be pioneers here. For more Houston Texans content, you guys know what to do. Follow Harley at the lead_Houston, AD H-Town Rundown, and you know your boy, Mr. 713. Have a blessed weekend. We'll see you guys. I'm sorry. Have a blessed rest of your week. We'll see you guys. I said weekend. It's Tuesday.